Hey buddies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon. Today we're looking at Forever Home. This is a setup, play and review video. I will wish to be showing you one board that I'll be playing with, but this is not going to be a solo playlist. This will be going in a solo playlist though, because I will look forward to trying this out as a solo playthrough. It's a 1 to 5 player game whereby we are rehoming dogs. Dogs from a rescue centre, and what I'll be showing you here is various stuff that you'll also find in various other playlists, such as the AmassGames playlist, the Family playlist, and over on boardgamearena. So please check it over there because I do know it's coming very soon, I believe around Christmas time. So there's some various cards going in here too that we're going to be playing with. These are basic objectives we're going to work towards. This is also going to go in the sleeving playlist because these cards can be sleeved at 63.5 by 88. However, I will not be sleeving it for this video because I find it might give a reflection. Aside from that, like, subscribe and hit that notification bell. So what we're aiming to do is ultimately get the most points by getting the best score with our various dogs and rehoming them. In this game, you are going to have various locations that we're looking to rehome these dogs in. We have locations which represent home cards. We have them named such as city. We've also got them as, more a city, but you only take one of each. One as a suburb, and there's a few of those to pick from. We've also got countrywide, and we also have foster home. So these are the 4 things we're going to play with. What's quite effective, these can literally be tucked under here too, but you can see a picture, and depending on which city you are in, you're able to see a little bit of different artwork going on there too. So tuck under the various bits here too. There's also a score pad. It's quite wide, but you'll see why because I do have a live example to show you as well. As you can see, when it is sleeved, it does make this a bit easier too. So there we go, we've got everything sleeved in here. These are from the creators of Dog Park. This is a British design couple, and they literally are a couple, I believe. And this is Lottie and Jack Hazel. So here we go, let's just chuck these off to one side. Okay, there we are. So by the way, just head through to the description on YouTube whereby you can support the channel via Patreon. Occasional competitions, but they are time sensitive, so they do disappear. So over here we have some dog meeples going to be placed out. They placed out randomly as well. So what we're looking to do here is ultimately think about how we are going to choose to think about what animals we're placing out. So again, place them out randomly, place them out here, and here we go. We don't know necessarily what these breeds of dog are. This is for the solo playthrough, but I do recognise some of them, like a husky like one. There's kind of a King Charles, kind of an Alsatian dog, terrier. Unfortunately, I'm not as well versed with dog species or dog breeds as some other animals, but I'm fairly well adept with them. So everyone's also going to take 2 cards. I'm going to take these 2 cards, and in this case, secretly, I'm going to look at these. These are 2 things I could choose to complete. I don't have to. This game takes about 20 to 45 minutes to play, and also you're going to be chucking these out as well. So as you can see, we've got 4 different animals out. We're also going to have a river, and what that represents is ultimately the amount of cards that we're playing with plus 1. So you can see over here, we have got 3 cards I could potentially pick from to do with my turns, and in terms of player aid, everything is listed on our little player board here. It's called a player board. You can also note it as the official name, which is a shelter board. So we're going to have 3 dog breeds come out here. So I think that is like a French bulldog. We have another one coming out here. There are 96 of these, I believe. And we've got a last one over here. So we've got something going here. It looks like a whippet or a greyhound or something like that. So maybe common dogs that we do find, obviously, in those shelters, because obviously these are working dogs, obviously on race courses. And this is one of the top 10 breeds, but lots of people bought them over lockdown. And now, unfortunately, they've got rid of them. So we've also got, like I said, these training cards. We're going to have 2 of these each. And what we're looking to do is decide how we're going to do this best. Now, you can't fully see everything in the picture here. Maybe I'll try and show over here. But you can see I'm trying to complete these various things. How do I do so? Well, let's have a look. So ultimately, I'm trying to think how on earth I'm going to create these items over here. And let's make a decision on how I'm going to do that. We are now going to figure out who's going to start, and that's going to get a score pad. So I can put my name down over here, which we can leave just in shot as well. And what we're going to say is, right, well, I kind of need to get 2 different breeds, in this case alternating fashion, and if I complete this card, what I'm going to get is rehoming one of them, which is good for these bonuses I'll talk about in a second, and I'll get 2 points at the end of the game. Over here, same kind of thing, get 2 points and 2 rehomes, but again I need 3 of one. Now I do have 3 available here, and we're going to take turns doing so. Let's just say I take this one on my turn. I can either take 1 species, 1 breed, or I can take 1 card. So these are called dog tokens. These are known as training cards. So I'm just going to think about getting these out. Bearing in mind, the most trained, going up here, is worth 3 points if you have the most, and ties are friendly. Otherwise, if I wanted to go for that French bulldog, I'm going to get 1 point for each one rehomed. Whereas over here, most in this zone where we're training, and in most rehomed up here, we're getting 3 for the red, 2 for the pink, and 1 for the King Charles. And over here, different homes, we have 3 for green and 1 for orange. So based on that, this currently looks the best pick. So maybe I'll pick one of them. And I still need to pick something else. This does get replenished first. So let's grab one for the bag, which you may have seen my unboxing teaser trailer preview video to know that my whole hand can fit inside it. So in this case, I know that blue aren't very useful to me. Purple might be later on, but I definitely need to consider doing various options here. Let's just take this one for now. So these are my 2 cards currently. I can drop more, but my hand limit is 5. So just imagine it is my turn again. Again, this isn't the solo playthrough as I mentioned, but in this case, I want to think about my turn. Imagine someone else has picked something and it's changed or whatever, or maybe they just move stuff. You can always move an animal. In this case, you move orthogonally or diagonally. So I've got 2. Let's just say I pick another one. And of course that gets replenished. I have a 1 action left. And in this case, I take another one. Now, it's back to their turn. Oh, sorry, and you can always complete one of these on your turn. In this case, I would have been placing these out as I was doing so. So I've placed out this, I've now completed this, I show everybody I've completed it, I flip this over. Once you've completed 7, the game ends, you finish the round. In this instance though, again, if I'm the first player, then anybody else will take a turn too until that round is completed. So again, whilst I've been taking all this stuff, this would have gone out too. Again, I've got this secretly to me, but I could have been taking a card instead. So imagine it's my turn again. This also, by the way, does trigger, again, rehoming. So one animal gets rehomed. In this case, I do want these rehoming, which doesn't help me here. Most training, well, maybe I want to try and win on the pink, on the yellow bonus. So let's chuck the purple one up here, and let's tell you how all these work. Well, if you have 3 different breeds, then you're going to score 3 points. If you have 5, you get 8, 7, 15, and everything between. If you have these particular animals, a pink, green, and a purple, you get 6 points. But if you only have 2 of them, you score 3. If you only have 1, you get 1 point, specifically for purple, specifically for green and purple. So you can't use the same thing twice, but you could have loads of 1s because you've got loads of purple stuff over. A pair for every animal that you have 2 of. So if you've got 2 purples, you get 3 points, 2 blues, you get 3 points, etc. And this is just forever. You're always going to get 1 point for every animal because every animal should be rehomed. So say it's my turn again. I've got this to work towards perhaps. Let's just take this one, and we don't know what's going to come up next. Let's grab something random from the bag. In this case, I could choose to take a card. Now at this point, I've got quite a few of these. Let's go for blue. And let's replace again, orange. Orange isn't as interesting as me as purple, but let's just say I take an orange and take a couple more turns and then show it ends. So let's just say for this instance, I could choose to take one of these. Actually, these would have been out on the board. I want to have, I don't know, these over here for the time being. And on my turn, I didn't do this in the last game, and I did happen to win. I'm going to move this over to one side, or whatever, I might move it here. And now I still haven't completed this card. This one again is face down. Let's go again. So I'm going to take another purple and replace. In this case, I don't think it factors in because I want to take another purple and then replace. And then again, it's back to my turn again. Let's say I could choose to do this one. Let's see how I can do so. So I could do that for one move and then that for one move. And I've now completed this one, I think. Yep. So now I show everyone I've completed this. 2 animals are going to go up. I want these rehoming, and it's got to be part of what created it. So it isn't very useful. Different homes, at least the orange scores me something. So that's another different animal. So I need 1 more to score some good points. Again, there are different city cards that could come out. So I've done that for 1. I still need to do 1 more animal though, which is good and bad. Good because I could be scoring more, bad because it takes me longer to score other stuff, but that's a quite good balance of the game, and we're going to talk about the review. So this, by the way, is nothing can be in that space. So I'm going to pick green and hope it's in the most open homes because it helps me with this one too. Again, I could go over here and get 3 points. The minute it's not worth any, I'll stick it here for now. Okay, so that's that. So again, we're going to keep on playing until you complete 7 cards and of course points at the end. So how do you score up? Well, you are going to look through your training cards, how many you've completed, get your points written on there. You are looking through these home cards as well, how many points did you score? And as you can see, there's a space because you're writing in 4 different things. You might want to write a calculation as well. You also have other things too, such as commendations as well. So ultimately, did you have the most yellow out? Did you have the most red out, etc. So what do I think of the game? I think it's above average. I know the average rating presently is a 7.6. My rating for my over 2,400 plus reviews is a 6.4. I give this bin a 6.7 and a 7, I would say, at least presently, which is great. I know lots of people have really enjoyed this game, even more so than I have. I'm not saying I dislike it. I like the randomization here. I like the fact you're starting off with objectives. I like the fact that these cards do vary, and the fact, obviously, it does play 1 to 5, and the way you're playing is ultimately a bit of a catch-up mechanism whereby if you complete something, you've got to go out again. Simple actions. I think 3 is a great number. The only downside that some people picked up on is the fact that some people can't read this based on where it is, and as much as it's nice to see the breeds as a picture, you can't actually necessarily know what they are. So if people were able to say exactly what they were, and I don't think we found that anywhere, that would be nice to see. I know it's called meeples, technically I know it's meeple. Lovely artwork though throughout. I like the idea, as I said, that you are having to give up and spending stuff, and it's quite simple to see what you're working towards. It's a great filler game. I do recommend it. As I said, it hits that nice spot of being around 30 odd minutes to play. It doesn't take up much space either. Nice size boards, nice size box. And yeah, other things to say. Well, I like the fact you can move things around. It's something I haven't had to do before. Obviously, like I said, it talks about variety. How do you want to split stuff around? Again, there's guaranteed points here, but they're always going to be the lowest. So I do like how they've balanced it there too. Good size, for sleeving, etc. I've talked about. It does fit well in the box again. Any questions, as always, like I said, you can always find me via on Instagram, where you find photos of this over there too. So you can head through to that via the description on YouTube. Over 4,000 followers at time of recording. Join that discussion on Facebook. And again, I did mention various other things as well through that description. But thanks very much for watching. For now, back to the table.